بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارزقني فيه الذهن والتنبيه وباعدني فيه من السفاهة والتمويه واجعل لي نصيبا من كل خير تنزل فيه بجودك يا أجود الأجودين.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls. Assalamu alaikum, children. Welcome back, where we tell you the stories from the Holy Quran and the stories of our beloved prophets, which Allah has sent down to us. Okay? Today, I am going to be telling you another story. A very, very beautiful story from the Holy Quran. But this is also a very, very, very unusual story. It's a miracle. If I told you that a man was swallowed up by a whale, would you believe me? But this prophet, despite being in the belly of a whale, he still held his hands up and he prayed to Allah. And guess what? Allah responded to him. So, children, I am sure you're really going to enjoy this story today. This happened a long, long time ago. Allah sent a man to a city which was full of people who did not believe in Allah and people that had done so much wrong. This man was called Yunus, and he was a prophet of Allah. You see, Allah sends prophets when He wants to tell people something special, and when He wants to send them a message. So He sent Prophet Yunus to teach the people about Allah. So Prophet Yunus spent a very, very long time telling the people about Allah, but the people did not listen to Prophet Yunus. They used to pray to stones and everything but Allah. They laughed at him. "Why are you telling us this?" they said. "We have worshipped these stones and these idols and we used to do this a very long time, and so have our forefathers. Why are you telling us what to do now?" They did not listen to Prophet Yunus at all. They used to laugh at him. And guess what? They used to also attack him and ignore him. Prophet Yunus got very upset with these people. He could not take it anymore, and he moved away from the city. He moved very far away from the city. He went to the sea and he boarded a ship. He wanted to get away from these people who did not listen to him, and he said, I can't do this no more. The ship was in the middle of the sea, and Prophet Yunus was on it. Suddenly, it became very dark and a strong wind began to blow. A terrible storm pushed the ship from side to side. The sailors and the passengers got scared. Because there were lots of people on the ship, they decided that they need to get some stuff off the ship to make the ship lighter. Eventually, Prophet Yunus got off the ship and went into the sea. Prophet Yunus tried to swim, but then, guess what? A whale came and swallowed him. The whale did not bite, he just swallowed him all in one go. Soon Prophet Yunus opened his eyes and he found himself inside the stomach of a huge whale. Imagine being in the stomach of a whale. I don't think I can imagine myself being swallowed up by a whale. Can you? Prophet Yunus was very frightened, and he remembered Allah straight away. He prayed and he said these exact words. He said, "There is no God but you, Allah. Glory to you. I have done wrong." That was Prophet Yunus's words. And this is what he said inside the stomach of the whale. And he realized that he shouldn't have run away from his people. He should have stayed. And he should have continued to talk to them and try to convince them. He should have not given up on them. So Prophet Yunus, he prayed and prayed and prayed to Allah so much, so that all the creatures in the sea began to hear the prayers of Prophet Yunus and the supplications of Prophet Yunus. And when Prophet Yunus used to talk to Allah, and guess what? Allah heard his prayers. He told the whale to take Prophet Yunus back to the shore. In no time, Prophet Yunus found himself on the shore. He was no longer inside the belly of the whale. Prophet Yunus rested on the beach. And then he returned back to his hometown. The people saw Prophet Yunus came back. They gathered round him. And Prophet Yunus, he called them to Allah, and he warned them of the day of judgment. But the most surprising thing happened. Everybody listened to Prophet Yunus. They were listening to him. And guess what? Everyone started to pray to Allah. You see, my dear children, Allah helps us to be successful. But He does not like to leave us. He does not like when we leave work halfway through. With Allah's help, we can finish every piece of work because He helps us with everything. The lesson in today's story and the story of Prophet Yunus is two things, okay? So I want you to listen carefully. Firstly, the first lesson is whatever work we have, even if it's very, very hard, we must do it. We can do it. When our parents tell us to do our homework, it may seem hard, but we can do it. And secondly, Allah answers the prayers of us all. He can hear you when you pray to Him. So whatever is in your heart, whatever you want, just pray to Allah, okay? And I promise you, Allah is listening to you. And lastly, I have some questions, as we do every day, for the parents to ask the children once again in this video when this video finishes. Question number 1. Why did Allah send Prophet Yunus to the people? Did you write that down? Okay. Question 2. Why did Prophet Yunus leave the city? Question 3. What lessons did you learn from Prophet Yunus' story? I want to hear what each child has to say about that. Now, children, you know the story of Prophet Yunus and the whale. Okay, so you now, if anyone ever asks you, what is the story of Prophet Yunus and the whale, you'll be able to tell them exactly what the story is. And I hope you've enjoyed today's story about Prophet Yunus from the Holy Quran. As I said, the Quran has the best of stories. There are so much lessons we can learn from just reading the Holy Quran and reading the stories that Allah has sent down to us. Because Allah tells us these stories in the Holy Quran as a lesson for us all. And He teaches us a lesson for the generation of the prophets and the generations to come. So when we read the Quran, we can connect with the Quran, we can learn the lessons of the Quran, just like the lessons we mentioned in today's story. So next time, you can even bring the Quran to your parents, and even if you don't know Arabic, you can get the English Quran and you can read it with your parents, and you can learn all the stories and all the lessons from the Holy Quran. But don't worry, I'll be here with you every day telling you a new story from the Holy Quran. So I hope you can join me Thank you for watching. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.